Hello families and welcome back to the channel. This is a place for agricultural business owners looking for ways to make profit from the agricultural business and also thinking of starting up an agri-business. And today I'm back with an update for the channel. So this is not actually a new video, it's something I've talked about, and that is goat farming. If you've watched my video on goat farming, you might be interested in going into goat farming, but I quickly want to bring an update for people that are kind of contemplating whether they should go into goat farming or other aspects of farming. Also, someone left a comment in the comment section of that video saying, oh, I should not say this aspect of farming isn't profitable, I should not, and that is the things I want to address today. One, I am not saying any aspect of agriculture isn't profitable. If you've called me for consultation, you will notice that the first thing I always say is all aspects of agriculture is profitable, and I mean that every aspect of agriculture is profitable. But I, for a person, I love long-term investment. I love a situation whereby if I put my money in something, that particular thing to multiply, and that's why I try to bring these things to the channel. Okay, anything that can multiply, anything that can build a brand, you can build a business out of, is what I try to talk about all the time on my channel. Every aspect of farming is profitable, don't quote me wrong, but what I would suggest, what I would advise, everyone can make their choice on what they want to do, but I'm just like suggesting to everyone. So for the person that left that comment, I am not saying any aspect of agriculture isn't profitable. They are all profitable, but I prefer long term. I go with long term. Okay, so that brings us to the update for today's video. The update is on goat farming. Why I normally advise people to go into goat farming is because, like I just said, I believe in multiplication. I believe in seeing what I'm investing my money into grow. Do you understand? And that's why I chose dog breeding. Dog breeding is very tedious, but dog breeding multiplies. If you all know dogs, for people that breed dogs, I breed the South African Mastiff, the Boabos. I breed the Boabos, and breeding dogs is just as if you are into goat farming. I have to bring that in as an example so you know what I'm talking about. How do I make my money from dogs? I make my money from their puppies. I sell their puppies because once I get a good stock and it's multiplied, I make my profit from those puppies. Do you understand? Same with goat. If you are getting a quality breed goat, a quality standard goat, like a hybrid goat, once they start producing kids, you'll be making your money from the kids. Do you understand? So anything that multiplies, anything that can look back to and say, oh, this is where I've invested my funds and this thing is going to double, that is where I invest my money. Alright. Also, one thing about all these livestock that multiply is you can be able to track your investment. Like I just said, you can be able to track your investment. Are there ups and downs? There are ups and downs. Only in dog breeding, I will tell you, I've faced a lot. There are ups and downs, but like I just say, the passion is what keeps me going. And you have to be passionate. You have to love animals before you can decide to go into any animal husbandry or anything at all. Okay, so I am not saying any aspect of agriculture isn't profitable, but I, for a person, I'm just like interested in multiplication. I love when things like double, and that is why I tend to invest my funds in things that I can watch my money double. Alright, so that's it for goat farming. Another question I want to ask is, oh, okay, Julie, if I decide to go into goat farming, how many do you advise me to start with? For a new beginner, I would advise to start with 2 females and a male. The male will mate the 2 females you got. Do you understand? But maybe you've done something like that before and you want to expand, you can start with 5 females and a male. But make sure the female, like the number of the female is more than the number of the male you have, to avoid fights, to prevent fight. If there are 2 males, like 2 alpha and 2 dominant males in your will I say in your breeding system, there will be issues. They might kill themselves. Okay, so I would advise you start with 1 male and 2 female for a beginner. Alright, so that's the update on goat farming business. Alright, so another update I want to come up with is the storage business, which is the investment business that everybody have done. I did my investment, I did my storage, I made money. I lost some. I'm not going to say I made all the huge fun. No, I lost some because of my timing. I was occupied with a whole lot of things and the timing just couldn't favor me. Also, for people that stored palm oil, I got a lot of like let's say issues that people had while storing their palm oil. When I was talking about palm oil storage business, I said go for good quality oil. You don't just, not all oil is good for storage. That's what people don't understand. Not all oil is good for storage. You need to know the type of oil that is good for storage. It's something that will tell you, oh, go there and smell like it smells nice. The one that are well cooked smells nice. but it takes someone that understands oil, that know oil to store. And as a beginner, I always advise you start small. No matter the funds you have, start small. Lots of people, because I said I made the money out of it, they went to store in large quantities and they wasted money. If you are storing something for the first time, I do suggest start small. Please, in 2022, we are not in for wasting money. If you are taking any of my advice, test your waters. You are not a pro. Even when I started, I had to test ground. I share my experience here all the time. Please do not store like in quantities, especially if you're a newbie. If you're a newbie, don't store in large quantities, I beg of you. Alright, so you will not waste funds. Okay, so for 2022, I'll be bringing more updates on what you can store, what you can go into in 2022, aside the ones I just mentioned on my channel. Alright, I hope you got value. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, I really need to answer some questions in the comment section. If you have any question, kindly leave them in the comment section and I'm going to reply you. Also, our expert series will be back shortly, so leave your questions that you want an expert to reply to in the comment section. Alright, I'm going to see you in my next video.